Hi, I'm Al Stroud, and today we're going to be talking about the memory on your iPhone and how to check on that and see how you're doing. So with that, let's go ahead and move over to my screen. Okay, now that you can see my screen, let's go ahead and take a look at what we can do with storage on our iPhone by going to the Settings app. I'm just going to tap on that to open it. When I open it, I go to my main settings screen, as you can see, and I'm going to go down here to where it says General, and I'm going to tap on that. When I get here, I'm going to scroll down my screen until I come to iCloud, to iPhone storage here. So I'm in iPhone storage. I'm going to touch on iPhone storage, and it will take me to a screen where I can see about my phone's storage. This is the storage which is built into my phone. It has 128 gigabytes, of which I have used 91.25. You may have a different number. You may have 32 gigabytes or 64 gigabytes or 256 or more. But whatever it is, you can sort of tell how you are doing. Back in the olden days when I first started working on iPhones, they only had 8 or 16 gigabytes, and they frequently ran out of storage. That is much less a problem with the newer phones, unless you take lots and lots of photos and videos or download them to your phone. So as you can see, although I have 128 and I use quite a bit and I keep all of my photos on my phone, I am still a good bit short of having used up my whole 128 gigabytes. I have a lot of my space used up with applications. You will probably have much less, but I keep a lot on my phone just because I do teach iPhone classes and I like to have these available. As I scroll down the screen from here, I can actually tell how much each app is using of my storage. So if I have an app on here that I am not using and I just like to save that amount of space, say iMovies, which has 683 gigabyte, 3983 gigabytes of memory being used. I could just delete that app if I don't need it, and I'll save that much. You really don't need to worry too much about this unless you get within a few gigabytes of the total. You just need to have enough on there that you can uh, do the uploads of changes to the operating system when they do upgrades. But other than that, it's just as long as you can do what you want to do, you don't really need to worry about it. If you do start running out of space, this is where you go to look and see what it is you want to remove. And Apple does help you with that. They will make suggestions. I'm going to just use this little back up here to general. I'm going to go back one more time. So it will tell you if you are running short, and it may make suggestions on what you can do to save some space. And I'm going to show you a little bit about that when we talk about iCloud storage here. So I'm going to go up to this top icon under settings where it has my name. And under that, I'm going to look down to find iCloud. And I'm going to tap on that. And on iCloud screen, I get much the same thing that I got on my phone when I went to the iPhone storage. I get a little diagram that shows me that I have 200 gigabytes of storage available out in iCloud, and I'm using 92 of it. And as you can see on here, most of mine is used up in documents, not pictures. I do also have some space that's used for my iCloud backup. If I want to find out exactly how I'm using or what I'm using that space for, not exactly how much necessarily, I can go down here under apps using iCloud and do show all. I'll just tap on that and you'll see that I have a whole bunch more that show up. And this tells me what I am using each of them for. So one thing I do encourage everybody to do is make sure they have contacts turned on. That's probably the one thing which if you lost your phone, would be the most important thing for you to be able to recover. Phones do get dropped in water or otherwise damaged. I ran over one once. That's not good for them. It will destroy your memory. So um, you should be storing some things on the iCloud. Apple gives you 5 gigabytes of iCloud storage, which is not a whole lot, but if you don't put anything else up there, you can certainly store your contacts up there. They take very little space, and maybe some others. You can see I have other things that I use it for, but I probably use it for a lot of things I don't really need to. I just like to make sure that the ones that I am really worried about losing the data on, I have backing up to iCloud. I'm going to go up here to Photos just for a minute. I'm just going to tap on that because this will tell me how much I have of photos stored out in the cloud. And in this case, I do not have the sync with iPhone turned on. If you do that, then really all of your photos are stored out in the iCloud Photos servers, not on your phone. You just have a little thumbnail size on your phone, which doesn't take up very much memory. You can still look at it, but to get the full size or to be able to work with the photos, you do have to be within range of Wi-Fi so you can sync this phone with your cloud storage device. If you are in a place in remote Alaska or Montana where you don't have any kind of connection, you're not going to be able to play with your photos there. So just keep that in mind. So I don't encourage you to do this or discourage you. We'll talk some more about that in other videos, but I don't leave it turned on my phone. This does tell me how much storage I have for photos, 249 megabytes, and it also has shared albums, and you do not have to have the rest of iCloud Photos turned on to turn on shared albums. And I do encourage you to do that because there are some real values to having those shared albums available to you. So that's pretty much it for iCloud here in this section. I'm going to back up a little bit. I wanted to show you, though, they do charge you for use of more than 5 gigabytes of iCloud storage. I do have 200, I think I had mentioned to you. And if I go down here to iCloud Drive, went all the way back to where I can see this iCloud Drive, and I'm going to just tap on that. And you can see that right now I have 60 gigabytes being used, and I am doing a sync with iCloud Drive so that I am staying up to date on it. I'm going to go back again. I'm going to go back to this first part again. And again, I'm going to go down to iCloud storage here, and you'll see it says manage account storage. I'm going to tap on that, and it takes me over again to where I have the 200 gigabytes. You can see I have 200 gigabytes here, and I have family usage, which is my wife, who's using 9.9 gigabytes. The rest of that is mine being used. I'm going to tap on where it says change storage plan. And you can see that it tells here that I have 200 gigabytes for which I am paying $2 a month. And that's a family plan, so I can share that with my family. It also tells me about all the more expensive plans. But to show the lower cost plans, like the one for 50 gigabytes for 99 cents a month, I would have to open the downgrade options and put in my Apple ID, and then it would tell me how I could downgrade. Needless to say, they are not trying to encourage you to downgrade. So that is pretty much what I wanted to tell you about iCloud here. I am going to have another little section which I talk a little more about the other storage options you may have available to you when you're using your iPhone. So I just show you here. Let's just pretend this is your phone and this is the storage on your phone. If you want to put that out in the cloud, it is not going out into some cloud in the atmosphere, but rather it is going to a cloud server, which is just a computer server, a computer in fact with memory, where they store data in big data storage centers. And a lot of companies build these. They may build it in Ohio or Oregon or Singapore or China or Australia. They're all over the world. And when you store in a cloud storage, you are just electronically putting your data on one of those computers in one of those locations. Or maybe they may do backup in more than one, but your data essentially is being stored out on a computer somewhere far away from you, which protects you in case you run over your phone or something like I did once. If the data is destroyed on your phone, you can recover it by using that cloud storage. So that's why you really do this, as well as to minimize the amount of storage you use on your phone. So if you're running out of memory on your phone, you try to do things to, if you want to make sure you keep them, you shift it off to the cloud somewhere, or you buy a phone with bigger memory storage internally. So that's really what they are. Um, and all of these companies charge for more than a minimum. Almost all the companies have some minimum. They give you iCloud gives you 5 GB. Google uh, gives you 15 gigabytes. Microsoft OneDrive gives you 5 GB. More companies like Box and Dropbox uh, give you a varying amount, and the rest of it you're charging for. You can also buy a cloud storage device, which you can keep in your home. And I checked the other day, and at Best Buy, I could get a 4 terabyte storage device for about $190. And all of these come with apps to use on your phone. The ones that are for iCloud, of course, are native to the iPhone. So you don't have to go out and get another app. They're going to be there on your phone, like the Photos app or the Files app or other things. If you're trying to store those kind of things out on the cloud, it's already on your phone. All you've got to do is start paying for it, and you can store whatever you want out there. For others like Google One, you do have to pay for it, and for using it, you need to get their apps, which is like the Google Photos app or the Google Drive app, and those allow you to store your information off in their server somewhere else. They may or may not automatically take it off your phone. You may need to delete them from your phone in order to save the storage space. If you're using iCloud, it's going to automatically do that to save you the space. But with the others, it's a more manual process. I do use some of these. If you have Prime, Amazon Prime, you do have some photo storage with them, for example. If you have your service, like I have Verizon. Verizon has a storage option as well, and I think they give me a certain amount for free because of the plan I'm on. And it doesn't happen to be one I use, but some of those may be free. They also have apps that you can put on your phone that will allow you to use that storage space for a lot of the things you would otherwise be using iCloud Drive for. So I just want to let you know those things are available to you. And I hope this has been helpful to you, and you'll come back and take a look at some of my other videos. Thank you very much.